I think it's time to address what a hockey player is. The archetype of a hockey player, not just a hockey player, but an NHL player, a bona fide NHL player, a guy that shows up to training camp and he knows he's got a spot on the team. Not those dipshit hockey players you remember from high school. These fucking TikTok hockey players that have created their own languages and they put zins in. You know the old school guys? They used to put Swedish snuff up their nostril. So you want to put a fucking zin in and create a language? We created the word beauty. The word beauty was birthed from the old school archetype NHL player. These guys showed up to training camp and they got into shape. And then it evolved and we became even more killers, even bigger dogs over the years. And we came to camp in shape. But hockey players are fucking savages. NHL players, you don't know these guys. You want to talk about role models? I mean, maybe they are. Maybe they're role models. Maybe they're savages. Maybe they're killers. Maybe they're all three. You know the guys, the men that you put on the backs of your jerseys? These guys are fucking savages. These guys are different from everyone that you went to high school with. They're different from the kids at school's dads. These guys have demons, man. These guys win the Stanley Cup, which is the hardest fucking trophy in all of sports to win. 4 rounds. They grow beards to signify that they're in battle. You understand? And the bigger your beard gets, the badder a dude you are. And some of these guys keep them for the whole entire season. They take fucking skates to the face. Boreas Salming. He was a snuff up the nostril guy. Not a fucking zinner, a Zinboni, all these Zin accounts on fucking TikTok. I'm talking about the bona fide stars, the guys that have Louis Vuitton luggage and they wear Prada suits. The old school guys. They drink red wine and a lot of it. Now, here's the other thing about a hockey player. Nobody can outdrink and outparty a hockey player. That is just a goddamn fact. Even the shitbrains in high school, the TikTokers, they can get after it. But you want to talk about the guys in the trenches? The MVPs? Some of the greatest beer drinkers, gas-guzzling, fucking fire-blazing animals of all time have been your superstars, i.e., Gretz, Mario, Hully. You could go down the list. You can't go toe-to-toe with these old-school Gs. You know, they didn't do the Michigan. They did fucking crispy-ass one-timers. Shell Rooney, Stevie Y against St. Louis. That's how they scored goals. They played on broken fucking bones. So I just want everybody to understand, what is a hockey player? Remind yourself, these guys have things that they need to expel. They're like exorcisms sometimes, you know? You got a slump buster, you got to get fucking blind drunk. You got to break that slump. You got to play guilty. You got to sweat that booze out. You got to take a puck to the face, pick your teeth up off the ice, put them back in your mouth, and keep playing because you're a dog, because that's how all of you are. We have different moms. We have different dads. Something is different inside of us to allow us to play a game that is so much more violent than the baseball players. All right. You ever know a baseball player? You know a hockey player? You send a baseball player and a hockey player into a fucking closet. Who do you think's coming out? You send a hockey player and a football player into a closet. Who do you think's coming out? Basketball player? Ha! Come on. We are the Roman gladiators of history. Hockey players are the most agile. We play our fucking sport on a blade, not even on our feet. Feet touching the ground. No thanks. We will outrun you. We will outjump you. You want to put a top of the line NFL cornerback against what? Pick any hockey player and say, who's coming out alive? Dude, come on. You put us on our feet and now we get to run full speed and drop our shoulder. We know how to drop our shoulder just as much as you do. You're fucking dead. You are dead, football player. So I want you to understand, there's levels to this game. Just because you say beauty and you got a fucking zin in doesn't make you a real old school G. Doesn't make you a bona fide NHL player. There's a difference. You know some of them. You have some of these guys. You know a guy. He went to school with them. You played junior with him. But you're not like him anymore. You got to understand that. That's why you put their names on the backs. That's why you put their names on your back. That's why another grown man takes the last name of another man and brands himself. Because you want to be a fucking dog. You want to be a beauty. Really, that's what it comes down to. Who's a beauty and who's not?